before we get back to the party, this is my brother right here. I want him to speak to y'all real quick because it's called the People's Champion in real life.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Jobbertears. I am very respectful. Jobbertears.
Okay.
I give you. Yeah. I really don't like. The thing is, this is my thing. As we talk over the intro of my petty ways, the thing is, I'm all about principles.
Absolutely.
And it's not like you do it. I feel like you disrespected all of us.
All of us, B.
At the same time.
I mean, me the most.
Like, I can take a disrespect, and I can not talk to you.
He Green Ranger us, B.
He
went to Megazord to beat us all of at the same exact time.
He definitely
kicked us out the Megazord. Like,
he definitely hopped in the Megazord.
Yo, that episode was wild.
And punched us all in the face. And
like we all started dropping one by one.
like, oh!
Niggas didn't even need any putties.
There was no putties. Because we didn't even see it coming.
We didn't know.
Because he looked
we
like
saw
us.
the sword and said, oh. Just start raining
I was just like, yo,
bodies.
And this is me looking up on the floor. What are you doing? Oh.
Slow motion.
But Queen Rita. In this case, Tony Khan.
And then at the bottom, it'll say to be continued.
Nigga, it'll be too because you in Dallas when I have to see the nigga. I'm like, hi, I'm walking away.
Yo, I'm going to record that.
Oh, my gosh.
Yo, and he'll definitely be like, hi, and then walk away. And we'd be like, what?
Because you have to give somebody a handshake. That's why. If
you don't give somebody a handshake, you
may have to spit in somebody's face.
What? Wait, I can't hear myself in the headphones.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, no, that's fine. I hear myself now.
Oh, okay. All right. So, since you started with such pain, let's start with love.
It's 12:34.
12:34, niggas. Where you at?
First of all, what we're not going to do is do commentary while the song is playing.
Turn this up, baby.
Those that are watching on the live feed, this is the new single from Sir Michael Bostic, To My Love, called Dangerous.
A.K.A. Mikey, a.k.a. Seamoss Brothers.
A.K.A. Heel Classic.
Said he's just missing you, baby. So where you at? Now you're mine. You ever talk to a girl and like, this pussy's mine? And it really isn't. It really isn't. So you just say it. But he's saying it because he means this. Now you're mine. He bought you a TV, but I give you love. It's gonna last forever. Not a couple weeks. As you fly back. Don't get hit by a car.
We're not going to do this while the song is playing.
This is Dangerous by Michael Bostic.
Seamoss brother.
It's on all streaming services.
All.
Please, do yourself a favor and listen.
Young Izzy. The song will be in the description below. Even if it's SoundCloud, you're watching it on YouTube. Thank you for everybody to make the latest episode. We hit a grand. Thank you for that. You know, some of y'all niggas are nasty because you thought it was porno, but
What? What?
Because he put the so niggas is nasty. So
clearly,
since he put up the picture of Nikki Lyon, that's her name?
Okay, yeah.
From NXT. As the thumbnail, niggas is like, ooh.
Niggas
click.
got you okie doke, niggas. You clickbaited.
No,
that?
it was the regular picture of her doing a split on somebody.
Yeah, but we didn't. That wasn't what the episode was about.
We did talk about her.
we did.
Yeah, but that's not what the whole premise of the episode was.
Sex sells.
We spoke about, I feel like, Saudi more than anything.
Listen, we talked
Y'all
about
niggas
her.
clickbait niggas.
She was hot on these streets for that today. Yeah. Her mayonnaise-colored ass was all over.
All right. Jobber Nation,
Yeah,
welcome.
people in the group chat being upset. Yo, why you guys always posting about white women, this, that, and that?
Oh, it was rough. It was
rough.
rough.
It was mad wild. Yo, it got to the point I was like, Miss, you the same when I said that you want the Briscoes to run a train through you, Miss. Like, what do you want? But then I realized she's just a troll, and like she's like from a out of state troll, not like the New York troll where like, oh, you from middle of America, meaning that you have too much time on your hand. Yeah. So I realized that black women from that region, too much time, B. It was
really
they
funny.
They got Karen jeans in them.
It was really funny though, because they were like, why is this? This
be
vanilla
wild,
queen
son.
all over the internet.
But it do be wild
No,
though.
so you know what it really boils down to?
Talk to us, queen.
Why does nigga look like Matt Riddle?
What?
Yeah, that do look like Matt Riddle.
So
Turn
the
around.
shirt is kind of dope.
Turn around. Yo.
That's really creepy that you just said it
turn
like
around.
that. That's
Come on.
creepy as hell.
With the ponytail.
It's just the hair.
Nah, he look
It's
like
the forehead.
Nah, he look like Riddle.
It's-
That's Riddle. That's Riddle.
Yo, he doesn't have that Riddle.
He don't even know.
way.
First of all, he don't even know why a whole bunch of niggas
So,
just hollered at him.
so we are.
Let me be clear.
One of the engineers just walked in, and he looks just like Matt Riddle.
That's a fact.
Looks just like Matt Riddle.
Yo.
So it's all good. I apologize.
Anyway,
guys.
yo, I just marked out for Matt Riddle 2.0. I don't understand. But no, to your point in terms of how I took it, is I at times it may look like men, whether it's black men or white men or whatever, it just sometimes in wrestling, it just looks like automatically the sex appeal gets talked about first versus the in-ring ability. It's not to take away from her being talented. It's not to, but at times it'd be nice to have it the reverse
Of what?
of you talking about the person's ability before you talk about how thick they ass is.
Have you seen talk about Roman Reigns?
Oh, Roman!
But you know,
Roman,
I totally-
Once again, we're not talking about
It's
you.
not
The
it's not
streets.
it.
You're on Twitter, Mr. Michael Bostic, Mr. Heel Classic. They'd be like, yo,
Roman.
they'd be like, yo, can his wife fight? I've seen people say, can Roman's wife fight?
Oh, what? That's
Exactly.
wild.
Exactly. So
That's
I don't wanna hear it.
bizarro world.
Yeah.
But no, but that to that point, that could be a tribute to why women of color may feel a way about it.
No, I think it's more because the vanilla queens get hyped up, overly hyped sometimes. And then, a Nubian goddess doesn't get hyped up enough. Like, for instance, well, I think the match here was a squash match, so you really didn't see anything. Mm-hmm. But shorty low-key bad.
Well, no, like and that's why sometimes, there's wrestling everywhere and there's things like that. Like, she wrestled for WoW. So it's not like, it's not like if you followed that, then you would have known that. But if you didn't, then you were just like, that was the first thing you would just saw face value. And it's just like, she's actually talented as fuck. But it's hard to explain that when all y'all niggas is just seeing ass.
The ass is fat, though. And she accentuates her ass.
So who has a bigger ass, you or her?
Wow. This is mad gay. This is wild. I'm not talking
How's
about
that
my
wild?
ass. I'm not talking about my ass.
How's that not wild?
Obviously, her ass is bigger than mine.
Are you sure?
Yes. Why are you talking shit?
How am I talking about shit?
Why are we doing this right now?
I asked the
Janelle
question.
Garcia, your shoot name, I will call you by.
Fine. That's okay.
Why are we doing this on the show?
That's okay.
Shoot name.
It's the name on my birth certificate.
A Booker
Yes.
woman.
Oh, thank you, my good friend.
Booker woman?
Yeah.
Come on, Brian Pillman. I respected too much Booker, man, and he ran. The one that who actually killed Chris Benoit and his family.
Yeah, actually, side note, talking about
No, it wasn't Brian Pillman. It was the other guy.
No, Brian Pillman said it.
Yeah, what's the other guy's name?
Kevin Sullivan.
Kevin Sullivan,
Yes,
yeah.
he was saying it to Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah, but he said the pencil, too.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He said the pencil.
However,
That's what I
before
took it
we
as.
get
But you got it,
into
you got it.
some
But I got what you're saying.
this
Booker
week
man,
in
Booker
wrestling,
woman. Yeah, I got it.
we
My
do
bad.
have some church announcements because that was wild just now. First things first, thank you to Suga D for joining us this past Tuesday on the JTP
By the time you
Lounge.
listen to this, it should be live on YouTube right now.
It was-
Link is in-
Validated.
You know what? It
Yeah.
definitely was a humbling experience because, like, even from when we talked to him in DC, it was just on some like, wow, like, thank you. Like, it didn't come warranted, but it just was so open and welcoming. So
I mean, we did it. We did it exactly our way because we get flowers when flowers matter. Everybody want to get flowers. Crazy thing about all the woke brothers, they want to get flowers during Black History Month. But where are you in March? Where are you in January? You only come around when it's holiday time. But yeah, you're not putting doing what you have to do within your people. You know, you always talk about how that, yo, I won't break generational curses, but yet you're not going to therapy. You're not seeking help. You're doing the same exact BS by not trusting your people. Generational curses does not stop within your family. It starts within the whole community. That's how we get that village feeling back within our community. Like
That was deep, my nigga Malcolm. That was deep, my nigga Malcolm.
But it's true though, son.
But fuck these niggas.
Like, for example,
these niggas.
DC showed us what
Sick
we
of
were
these
doing,
niggas.
breaking media generational curses within the black community. It starts with us.
But
So-
fuck these niggas who hate us.
Oh yeah. You know,
I know you're trying to be peaceful.
Yeah.
But I will be your Malcolm to your Martin.
I'm fine.
Fuck these niggas.
You
And we
understand?
shall
Like, you
move
know,
on.
if you call yourself the ethnic YouTuber, fuck you too. You know.
All right. But once again, thank you, Suge, for
Yes.
probably definitely top 3 or maybe top 5 of like longest interviews we've ever
I think
had.
I could tell a story.
Yeah.
That man
Yeah.
could tell a story.
Yeah.
So no, it was super appreciative of him coming on, and he wanted to come on, so that
Yeah.
actually made it even more fun and more exciting for him to come
It
through.
was a good
So
episode.
thank you, Suge, Uncle Suge, to the streets. Also, birthdays. Happy birthday, Lawrence, today. Those
Young
are on
Lawrence.
live feed. Today is his actual birthday. Actually, you know what? Let's see if he'll pick up. Let's see
You
if
wanna-
he pick up. Let's see. I don't know if he knows he's not off today.
Oh, he picked up.
He did. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy
Yo,
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Look, you're not looking. You're not looking.
Yo.
Cheap plug.
Go listen to my man Sir Wilkins on Spotify. We out here, Jobbertears, nigga.
Mind you, we called him to wish him a happy birthday, and he's out here plugging.
What's up?
Keep being prolific, king. And then Janelle from HR, the beautiful Janelle from HR, appreciate the happy birthday. I was just watching y'all a little bit before I had to go tackle somebody at work.
All right, well, we're gonna let you go and continue to be the mall cop that you are. Okay,
Shit.
bye.
God
Okay, but once again, happy birthday to 1/3 of 2.5 Bros, Lawrence. We'll celebrate him a little bit
Stephanie
on
Hardy
Sunday.
said that what's name follow her and her mother follow her on Twitter.
Wait, who? You gave very.
Nikita?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was that you
I'm
know
not
like when you're learning like how to build sentences.
Oh, yeah.
And you have like nouns and verbs. This nigga skips over nouns all the time.
Nobody
Proper nouns.
Listen,
It
I told
never
myself how to
fails.
do proper sentences, and it
I-
got me this far.
Yo, it's like the went there. Who?
It works. It works. Like
Crazy.
Stephanie Hardy. After this, Stephanie, shout out to like Mama Dershie, man. Stephanie Hardy has that voice where like she's so sweet. Hi y'all. Hey y'all. It's Stephanie Hardy. I'm like, oh man, she's a sweetheart, son. Like, she's going somewhere. Like, if I'm starting a company, she probably might be the face. Cause I need somebody who's gonna soften my image, and that'll be Stephanie Hardy. Yeah, she would.
Okay. Well, always love to Miss Hardy. Absolutely.
Yeah, shout out
Always
to
love.
Stephanie Hardy, man.
So Lawrence's birthday's today. Shout out to, of course, one of my besties, Joy. Her birthday's Saturday, so I gotta shout
the
her
fro?
out just a little bit. Not with the fro.
The referee, Joy.
No.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, I like her too, but that's not my best friend.
Janelle,
It's
listen.
cool. It's
Listen,
cool.
man.
It's cool. You
You're
don't
the
gotta explain
wrestling
yourself.
Illuminati, all right?
No. God no.
Listen,
I be trying to get out.
you,
as much.
exactly. You're part of wrestling Illuminati. We all
I'm
kind of
not.
are.
I'm not.
Y'all too hot, more deeper than I am in
I'm
it, but
not.
like y'all deep into that.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I see that with handshakes.
No, never.
That's why I'm so
Um,
quiet. You like, yeah.
No, I'm looking to see if there's any news.
Yeah. It's been a little quiet week in wrestling, so we may
Yeah,
just
it's
bounce
okay.
around and talk about some other things. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about our actual guest here.
Mhm.
Give him some much due attention.
Attention. I don't need no attention.
Yeah, you got a new single out. Talk about it a little bit. What
No,
inspired?
I think with the single and with the project as a whole that I'm working on, it was just I just wanted a change of pace as far as what I'm used to doing. And so I just wanted to just switch it up. And it took me a long time to actually figure out what that what that sounded like. So once I got to the point where I had dangerous and shit, it was like, all right, I know where I'm going now. I know what this sounds like now. So now the process has been pretty easy as far as creation. But dangerous is just a side nigga story, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, no other real way to put it. Side nigga shit.
That's good.
I mean, being a side nigga is no fun, B. It's no fun.
That shit,
B.
it's not fun.
What's the pros and cons of being a side nigga?
You fucking mad women.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. But yeah, your time is like very precious. It just feel like you can't give them all. Like you get irritated very fast. Like, yo, why you here?
Side piece has to know their place.
Yeah.
So as long as the side piece knows this is where you're supposed to be at, this is what your role is, then you're good. And once it gets past that, then that's when you start stressing. Once you start stressing, it's not fun no more.
Yeah.
Basically.
Really?
I mean, it's cool, but it's after a while looking like you want to share with somebody. Like, if you really love the girl, you don't cheat on her. Unless y'all have that verbal agreement.
No, of course.
But if y'all don't, what's the point? Just leave her alone. Like, at this point, like, you're cheating for ego. Like, what story, like, what do you gain for, catching them all? Bragging rights?
Pokemon?
Some niggas can't be with one.
Right.
Some niggas can't just be with
right,
one.
but is this, and this is why I always say that a lot of people, not just women, men, people just leave with ego, meaning that, oh, I have the biggest butt, I have the biggest titties, I have the most money, I have the most swag, but yeah, your personality is trash. Like, you can't hold the conversation. Like, every other area, and like, your every other area is not fully developed. Yes, you develop, the worldly stuff. What about your spiritual side, big dogs?
Side piece don't need none of that. Side piece don't need no spirituality.
None of that.
Side piece don't need. Look, she don't gotta have the biggest butt. She don't gotta be
nothing.
You just gotta slide through when it's time to slide through.
Yeah, sneaky links.
Yeah.
Sneaky link.
But then that gets tiring. Yeah. This is why
it depends on if it works or not. If it works, then if it works for both of y'all and you getting away with it,
both of y'all can reach a point where like this is dumb. We don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually one person will catch more feelings than the other, and it always happens that way.
Yeah.
So then you got to be able to move on. But
yeah.
But what else is coming up in the works for you musically?
So musically, I have a show April 15th or the 14th. Welcome to the Raw Zone is having their 5-year anniversary. So it's going to be a nice little concert we're putting together. EDC is going to be there. Coney Brooks, Busy B, Yano, a couple of other artists too. And it's going to be a nice little. I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. I'll ask.
Let me know because I have a homegirl that raps and she's nice.
Okay.
I mean, she can come and network. I mean, I think anyone musically that's watching the live feed will eventually listen. If you're in the NYC area, April 14th, Thursday, out in Queens, once again, welcome to the Raw Zone's 50th anniversary show.
We'll be there.
It'll be a great, it'll be a great opportunity if you are into music, into hip hop, R&B. Come out, network, because that's actually one of the biggest things. That I actually had a conversation with Sparrow. Shout out to Sparrow. And NWO and the stuff that he's doing is really, really dope.
Mm-hmm.
Where a lot of people don't get out, and that was always why we've always wanted to like encourage you or like all of us going to a place because it matters and people see that and
they
notice
anything when you go, but as long as your face is there, and people see you consistently at these places and at these
so true
things. Because I had the same conversation with Sparrow, and he told me that's why I got with Live and was like, yo, you got to kind of cut your band on not going to these shows and doing these appearances now. Because for real, you can't really network sitting behind your computer. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't do enough.
Enough at all. It's like sometimes you got to have FaceTime with people. You got to get out there and meet with people.
Because like kind of not everybody like Charlamagne said this years ago, right? When he was developing his first show. His new show he had on Common Sense, his first show. And he brought all these shits and their personalities. All of them. And he said they're only funny on the internet. In person, they cannot hang. They're like they're like looking down like this. It was like it doesn't translate behind the screen.
Yeah.
And or some people's the opposite where they're great in person. Like me, I'm great in person, but online I'm looking like this shit is dumb. I can't do this.
Yeah.
You need a perfect balance, a little bit both though.
It's true. It's true.
That's what wrestlers need to do. Independent
What?
wrestlers.
Yeah.
And indie wrestlers.
Just come
What?
out. Just pop out.
Let's pop out and just and network.
And you know what's crazy? I've realized like the different, like I guess in a sense, territories, like how indie wrestlers move in the North is very different. How indie wrestlers move in the South and in the Midwest and in the like everybody in every region moves very polar opposite. I feel like at times. But I try to encourage, especially, of course, the boys in Jobbertears South. I encourage them all the time to just even go. And I know sometimes it's hard to when you're not booked or when there's no plans. But you got to kind of like plant the seeds and you got to kind of take a risk on yourself in those instances, in those cases. So it's really good that, once again, if you guys, anybody can come out, support Michael
I have
Bostic.
tickets. I'll get the link out there. You guys, it'll be in my Instagram bio. The Eventbrite link where you can buy tickets there, and every artist that's on the bill will have that same link. So if you want to support a particular artist or whatever, you can go to their link. If you want to go to mine, you can support from me. And just buy the tickets and come out and support. It's gonna be a great show. I promise you. Every artist on the bill is dope.
So let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys a question. All of us. What are tips would you give somebody who's first starting out in the entertainment field to make themselves more comfortable to be out there? Because a lot of people may say that I don't know how to be out there because I get nervous, I have social anxiety, and I don't like people. So what tips do you give for them, dogs? And Cat?
My biggest thing, what I told people back in the day, especially how I got comfortable being just outside and everything, do open mics.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not gonna even perform at open mics, go to open mics and go to open mics within your genre. Because my problem was I got stuck with a lot of hip hop artists, so my music never really translated well in those fields until I started doing more R&B shows and stuff like that. And then I was able to get comfortable to do that same thing at rap shows, and it translates. So the open mics was always a good. My first like serious year doing music in 2010, we did the Bungalow Lounge in Astoria, which is closed now, but we did that every Wednesday for like a whole summer. So it really just honed our skills as like networking and being on stage in front of people. When we first started going, it was like 2-3 people in the crowd. By the time it was like midsummer, we had the place packed. Like you couldn't even get in there, and it was the same people every week.
Nice.
The same performers every week. So it was like we got better as we got along. So that's one of the biggest things is just coming out and just seeing who's doing what, get inspired. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You could do it at home, but it's so much better when you're in the presence of people doing things that you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Janelle?
Advice for someone that is scared to take that leap into the networking pool. Honestly, take a friend. Take someone that you feel comfortable with and that, once again, can kind of piggyback off of, encouraging you to say something. And then also, too, that person can also help and assist in networking for you and selling you. And I think having someone that's supportive and understands, what your intentions are, what your game plan is, it definitely helps. And that's why I always encourage people to have a team, have people in your inner circle that supports you, because once again, we could all be in different parts of the world, but still be able to plug someone and promote someone just naturally. And I think bringing a friend or someone that supports you to an event with you, it'll make going easier because you'll have a partner, you have somebody with you. But then also, too, you can both tag team the room together, naturally. And honestly, someone where I could be in the tap and I can be sitting at the bar by myself. And then the person, next to me is asking, oh, what are you drinking? And blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, oh, what are you here for? And I'm like, oh, I like wrestling. Oh, shit, really? Tell me more. Those are the more organic conversations that are more meaningful. and it happens. It doesn't have to always be forced, but also pick and choose and be selective in what events you go to. Like, don't just go to some random shit just to go. Yeah. Like, you got to pick and choose your battles on that one too. So, and that's why, like, even with us, I try to be super strategic in what, areas or what circles that, we, go into or that we, visit, and it has to make sense for us. So I always encourage, get a team together and you guys can conquer the world.
What about you, Sir Wilkins?
Same shit. You have to put yourself out there. Nigga, that's it.
But how? Because we already know you'll throw yourself in the fire and be like, well, fuck it.
No, that's it.
But not everybody's like that.
But
then you're not gonna be successful.
I say for me is it starts with you. It starts with, like, the most easiest thing is what I read in the book is you gotta visualize it going well. Yeah. Because if you visualize it going wrong, then your body's automatically go in the defense mode. And then every time someone says something, you take it the wrong way, and then the day end up going left. But if you visualize it going well, and you tell you something's gonna go well, 10 out of 10 times it will go well. So I think that start off with that first, and then just go with your gut and just be you.
All right.
The big news. Tony
the
Khan
big news, which isn't really big news. If you really
If Vince did, oh my gosh.
Understand, if you really know. So as of last night, Tony Khan opened up Dynamite and announced that he had officially bought Ring of Honor. And it's funny because every show he really starts by jumping up and down, and I think it's the funniest thing. It's obnoxious, but it's funny as hell.
Yo, Janelle be going on mini rants.
Because you got to get it in while you can. But
I'll be laughing. I'll be editing. I'm like, damn, Janelle. But go ahead, Mama. Go ahead.
Thoughts? First reaction when you heard the news? What did you think?
Wilkins, go ahead. So you're the most vocal one.
It was trash. It wasn't a bad move. It was a business move.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it, at the end of the day, content is king. So you have a company that's 3 years now?
Mm-hmm.
We're 3 years in. You buy ROH's library, you get 20 years. 20 years. So
20 years.
now
Over 20 years.
So now your company goes from 3 years of content to 23 years of content.
Yeah. Jordan year.
Yeah. So now you have a bit. You're worth more.
Mm-hmm.
You're worth more and everything of that nature. Everybody's like, "Oh, this is amazing. He saved wrestling, my nigga." There's nobody on the roster.
Yeah.
ROH doesn't have a roster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they have people that were formerly associated with ROH?
Of course.
Yes. Do they have former employees of ROH?
Yeah.
Yes. Are they starting to come back during WrestleMania weekend? Yes. But they're not. It's like run like a regular indie show.
Right.
Now, can you play around with some things and like fake seem like and then kayfabe like it's gonna be an invasion? Yeah. They did it with Impact.
I was about to say they're doing it now with Impact.
They're doing it now with Impact. You have the trios how because during the media call, Tony Khan said he's gonna introduce a trios title. Who was the last people that had it? Was it
Wait, the 6-man tag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trios title, 6-man tag title. What do you want to
I'd
call it?
rather call it the trio. Just sounds
Whatever.
Like
Yo,
trios.
the trio sounds fire.
Trio sounds
The
good.
3-man title. Nah, what wrote
It's
the
6
song?
man.
No, 6-man.
6-man title. No, for the
Trios
belt,
title?
the trios title.
So he
Hell in a Cell.
He
Ooh.
did introduce that, but then he did say that it's going to be led by Kenny.
Yeah.
When
he
Kenny
did,
gets
yeah,
back.
yeah.
So
Kenny gonna lead
He said
RH.
he can't wait.
No,
He
the
said
trios
he
title.
can't wait
The
to do the
trios title.
When Kenny comes back, he was like, I can't wait for Kenny to come back so we could do the
So-
trios title type shit.
Go ahead, like what, like because like
it's because it's
Now it's fucking with
because
you. You're
because
like, what?
because you have to understand this doesn't bring anything for ROH. Now, do you have the licensing for it
Yeah.
for different stuff that they did?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be a conspiracy theorist on this one.
Yeah.
I think he did it so Cody wouldn't do it.
Right.
Because remember, the only reason why All In was it All In or All Out?
It's
Was All Out or All In?
hold on, shit, fuck it.
All
in.
All In, yes, I was right.
All In.
So it was All In. Remember how it started.
RH.
Meltzer said, nobody can fill up an arena of a certain amount.
Mhm.
Cody was like, word, my nigga, I got you.
Hold my beer.
Hold my tattoo artist who's gonna put this tattoo on my neck a couple years later.
Damn.
So they did the show. This was Cody's money and the Bucks' money, maybe a couple investors involved in it, sponsorships. By the end of the day, this was Cody's thing. Real talk. We have to really understand this. This was really Cody. Cody was just like, nah, we can do this, because at the time the Bucks were smoking hot. Kenny was hot. Cody just came off WWE and had an amazing independent run. Man, that nigga was playing chess, not checkers, in his independent run. He made sure he was never pinned. He never lost. I know this for a fact. And he did it well. I'm thinking Cody's like, I'm out of AEW. You know what? Let me buy this library of ROH because I need that all-in footage because it's owned by ROH. And Janelle said it on like a while ago. They're probably gonna they need to get that footage. I think Cody was gonna buy it.
But my thing is this way: that's all that's good though. But you didn't make it. You didn't make the power moves. And it's going to everyone's faces who talking shit about Tony Khan. Where you at, Eric? Where you at? What's the name? What's that dude's name?
Vince Russo.
Where you at, Vince? You know, where you at, Cornette? Y'all all talking this shit though, but it was up for grabs. I did nothing. So Tony Khan came in and do what you have to do. Yes, Vince would have did the same exact thing too. You know, the guy that holds MLW did the same exact thing too. The Impact did the same exact thing too. Now is the perfect way in saying that, hey, I can run house shows now.
But I also
literally having that is clutch right there.
But why do you say
I don't
you can?
think
Why do you say that?
What?
That you can run house shows now?
Because that's a perfect branding right there. Yo, Ring of Honor house shows, you can still bring in all these guys from the independent. You have the separate belts, and then it'll be cool. Like, oh, Kenny Omega gonna be this town. Come in for RA show. Perfect rebranding. It's familiar. It brings back the old fans. Bring back some new fans.
But the thing is, now I ask you this question because I asked everybody else this question.
Okay.
We were annoyed when hardcore wrestling fans, for the most part, were annoyed when they rebranded ECW.
Okay.
When they did another ECW brand.
Okay.
This may be a whole lot better because Tony is super hands-on. He's a super wrestling fan.
Right.
So it may be better.
Right.
But this isn't ROH. This is gonna be AEW guys on ROH. It'll be the same. It'll be the same thing as when ECW was done. You may have some ROH alum, like Jonathan Gresham still has the ROH title.
Yeah. Everybody has the titles. Yeah.
And
Deanna Purrazzo.
So you may see title. That. But then it also raises another question because will we have more women on the brand?
Yes,
because you had ROH women. What was it called? I'm sorry. What was it called before? They had a title for the ROH women's division.
No, I thought it was just always that.
Okay, but Maria Kanellis was saying shit. She was getting involved. Yeah. This is a possibility for them to do more stuff. But remember, ROH has no roster. That's the biggest thing to me. They have everybody. Contract was done at the end of the year. Yeah. Literally everybody's free agents. Yeah. Nobody's signed. The difference between this and WCW had niggas on the contract.
Mad everybody, yeah.
Mad niggas on the contract. You had two choices. Yeah. Stay home and I'm going to eat off this contract, or go to WWE and renew and get another contract. Because they had to renegotiate contracts.
They had to renegotiate contracts.
This is a completely different thing. Khan did a boss move. I'm not going to lie. I just picked up a video library, and literally every nigga that's popping right now in professional wrestling on both companies
and anywhere really
is from ROH.
It has footage from ROH.
Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
AEW to me, I don't really care. It doesn't I think it's like you said, it's a power move for AEW and for them getting streaming rights to wherever they want to go and things like that, blah blah blah. But whatever.
And that's what it is. Yeah. But I understand why people were hyped about it, because it's like, oh shit, this may mean possibility. But then you really gotta,
when you think down into it, it's so much other.
There's really nothing here. Right. It's like a bag of chips. You know, you buy a bag of chips and it feels like it's full, but then as soon as you open it, it's half of it is air.
But the thing about it is, and this is where we go as fans, we fill in the blanks, because Tony Khan said nothing. Tony Khan just said,
he has a point.
ROH.
Right.
He has a point.
He said that the first match, next match is going to be with Christopher Daniels, and
Which
Daniel
I love
Bryan,
me some
Bryan.
Christopher
and then he
Daniels.
dipped.
Right.
You know what we did? We fill in the blanks, and this is
There's a lot of blanks.
And this
There was
is
a whole lot of
how
blanks.
this is how rumor starts. And
But
this
see,
is how
but
niggas get in trouble.
in that retrospect, then I think the responsibility on Tony should have been to either do it as like a press conference or do it
Vince
a
didn't do it as a
different
press
way.
conference.
No, but that's what
Like,
I'm saying.
Billy
If you're
Corbin
gonna,
didn't do it as a press conference.
no, but those were very two different scenarios because as Sir Wilkins mentioned, when Vince took WCW, people were on the roster.
On the
Like
roster,
people
yeah.
were still he bought out the company. And them niggas was like, I don't know if I have a job.
And that's the difference.
Tony ended up buying a company that totally erased their roster, still had their library. But for me, and I'm not disagreeing with you, is what I'm saying. For me to have a whole complete opinion or ideal on what's going on, a list of what's included in whatever he purchased is what needs to come out. So even if he would have announced it last night, jump up and down and said what he said, and then they would have came out with a press release explaining what was included in that, that's fine. That's
What you guys
cool.
want? What you guys want?
But
because 1 minute
I just want clarity.
No. Because 1 minute y'all want kayfabe, the next minute y'all don't want kayfabe.
No,
Certain
but I want
shit
clarity.
I do not want to know
I just, you know what it is?
because at the end of the day, all right, we all know what's included as podcasts or whatever, right? How many people are going to watch that press conference? Not a lot of people.
But I don't think I'm with you on that. I don't think there's a press conference needed because it has this allure, and that's what he wanted. Because Tony, at the end of the day, is about hype.
Bless you.
Right.
Thank you.
He likes to hype things up.
Bless you.
Every week he's like, I got a big announcement.
Right,
I got a
right.
big announcement. It's gonna shake up things. There's Keith Lee coming out.
Right.
And you know what? It's good.
Listen, I want my boys to hype me up too, dogs.
Listen, I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, I'm with him. No press conference is needed because you at a press conference now. We have to dig into what's going on. We got to
None of
talk.
y'all business.
But the thing about it, you want this conversation. The one thing I will give Tony, he knows how to troll and work social media. Because anything he does, anytime he starts speaking, it gets attention. And many of us think about it like, yo, he needs to shut the fuck up. He owns a company. And in some ways, we're right. We can definitely say that. But then you also got to look at the era that we're in. You know what I mean? It is about that hype. It is about that. But why did you think that a press conference is needed, though?
No, for me, I guess it really depends on what lens you're going to look at things.
Okay.
So, like, for me, I'm going to look at it on a business scale. Just me as in the position that I'm in, outside and inside of wrestling, I want to see business-wise, how does this benefit? How does this affect people that I know that were in ROH?
Yeah.
Like, those are the things, that's why, like, for me, I just would want clarity just as my individual
But
self.
I think you're thinking more of a journalist at this point.
Exactly.
You're more of a journalist because of your responsibility to the podcast
Right.
industry.
Right.
What my brother is saying is more
as a fan, it's like, oh my God, this is great. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Which is what they did because then they started wrestling and shit like that.
because that's how you're
Which
supposed
is
to do
fine.
it.
No, I'm not. But that's why when I said what I said I wasn't disagreeing with you. What I was saying for me personally, I would have loved to have known, especially because of the platform that we have, what's included in that. Because to me, once that shit popped, when he announced that yesterday, I said, damn, I really want to go back to the episode where we talked about that last fucking Ring of Honor show we went to, and where I said this was the beginning of the end, and where I said when AEW started, I really wish you could find that episode where I said the true competition is what? Ring of Honor, Impact. Those are in the current stage of AEW. Those was his competition. So when he said what he said last night, I said, oh, he just bought his competition. That's really what happened.
Well, yeah,
and that's just real.
But then again, though, it was like, if Hillary would have become president, the pandemic would never happen, right?
Oh,
Nigga,
I don't.
I'm talking in the multi-universe right now, right?
I think you should have started with that part, then you went into that, because that ain't it.
That shit low key would have started earlier, my nigga.
Okay, I just actually go ahead and finish. I want to see where this goes.
So, and we're in multi-universe, yes, it would have been possible because RH did not do the right business moves to like stay in business. Like Sinclair and Broadcast did their best effort. So when it comes to that though, like you cannot really put that on ROH.
So breaking news. So anyone that's watching on the live feed, Pat McAfee's interviewing Vince McMahon, and the interview's ending, but it was announced that Vince will induct The Undertaker at the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, we figured that.
Nigga,
Yes,
yeah.
that's
maybe
what I said.
Brett.
It could either be him or Kane.
Yeah.
Nah, it could have never been Glenn.
Why?
No.
I was gonna say the surprise would be Mick.
Yeah.
There were so many other honestly, just because of before like their feud started, there were a lot of people that were influential to his start his wrestling career. So like Bruce Pritchard's like in that category.
If you have family business, you said that let his brother induct him.
And we're gonna always. Where did we talk about that the other day?
We always talk about that.
So
we always talk about that.
We get so upset because it was just like these niggas.
Yo, they
really?
still have not told us that Kane and Undertaker are brothers. They're not brothers. We know they're not brothers. But WWE will never fucking tell us that shit, bro.
They brothers, so
They would never,
business.
so as far as I'm concerned,
so
them niggas is brothers.
even in like what was it? The doc. They
Uh-huh.
never said we're not brothers.
Right.
They just said I popped up. I was his brother. That blah 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 blah. But they never said. But honestly, we're really not
We're not-
brothers.
right.
Nah,
Yeah.
they never said
Never
it.
said that.
Because I remember.
It's the longest
Yes.
keeping kayfabe
Yes.
I've ever seen
It's like the
in
Dudley
life.
Boys.
Till
They
they
never
die.
said that. They never said that there wasn't
Oh,
brothers.
speaking of that,
Go ahead, Devon.
what you call it, Bubba is gonna be on
Stone Cold.
Austin's
Yeah,
podcast.
Austin's podcast.
Woof.
You know, prayers
Wonder
to
what he
Devon
gonna say.
Dudley. He had surgery on his back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
that was about. Because
Yeah.
somebody mentioned Devon in their promo, and I was just thinking,
Yeah.
like, is he okay? Like,
Yeah, he had surgery, but he had like redo his whole spine.
oh
Yeah.
shit.
But
That shit was like
He can
fucked
never
up.
wrestle.
But-
they can never wrestle.
right.
Yeah.
That's
But
all
nevertheless, though, Tony Khan with the whole situation with like ROH, it's listen, I don't care because this is this is happening again, and this is different because there's many different ways to save a wrestling company now. Like you could at least just shoot in one place, you go for it. Like this is why I'm looking at this. Like I don't want to know what's gonna happen next prematurely because I just want to see what's gonna happen.
We'll see how it
Yo,
plays
I need
out.
to put money in Impact.
But the thing is, I don't.
Straight up.
But that's my thing though. Is like everybody keeps saying that he saved ROH.
He didn't save ROH. He bought his competition. The end.
Like,
But it wasn't no competition though.
but
What I mean by no competition because think about it. When he came,
Because they stopped operations before he bought it.
but it was because of the pandemic. Like the pandemic put a big asterisk
No,
in everything.
I get that.
So right now is like I said before, in alternate universe, Ring of Honor, it probably been like 4 big companies, but Hillary didn't win, and they kept on messing with the time continuance. This is why we keep on flopping between different dimensions. But that's one other story.
Spider-Verse with the shit.
Trust me. This when YouTube was YouTube back in the day. Now they're restricting certain stuff.
I understand.
Like YouTube got corporate. Back in the day, you could watch Real Conspiracies, B.
I understand that.
niggas be like,
Yeah, all
yo,
the time.
niggas be like, Obama is the Antichrist.
A fact.
And they'll have
Yeah.
a
And you don't see them
whole
vid- you don't see them
45
videos
to
no
a
more.
2-hour video about
Yeah,
him being
about him being the
and it makes
Antichrist.
no sense.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna watch it though.
It
Yeah.
makes sense in the beginning, and then
Yeah.
when they just start veering off into like some wild shit, you be
Yeah.
like, but you stuck. You gotta watch it.
You go down this rabbit hole that
like-
makes
Yeah,
no
it's
sense.
But YouTube's not the same because when you fall asleep, I fall asleep to something educational. I'm looking like, no, I want to fall asleep to watch niggas working in houses in the woods. You know what I'm talking about. Niggas be building houses in the woods. You know what I'm talking about, B.
No, that's
Yo.
not what niggas fall asleep to.
Y'all don't fall asleep to niggas be building stuff and random in the
No.
Fall
house?
asleep to Maury and
Y'all
Y'all
We're
see the people
fucking-
building houses?
Yo, there's like, son, I'm not crazy. There's like,
We did fall asleep to some animal shit one time, some like animal noises. Like
Oh
wilderness
yeah,
shit.
those were really
It was knocked the
good.
fuck
It was
out.
like some
It
like
was gone.
4K
What?
Africa,
Yeah.
like safari
But not on some
sounds,
like
but not like on some
animals
killing
fighting and
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just on some route like
It
peaceful
was
shit.
on, yeah. Like think
Deers
of
in
it like
in
the
shit.
videos of like
Yeah,
with
shit was
rain
hard.
and all that
Right.
stuff. Cause it was like once upon a time, like niggas was having a hard time going to sleep.
yeah.
So we literally was trying everything in the fucking book obnoxiously, and then came across that animal shit, and niggas was knocked. And then when I woke up, I woke up to like it was like people walking through like Italy or something.
yeah.
It was weird.
So
But
animals, right?
yeah, animals is
You gotta
dope.
try it. You gotta try that.
Like
Shit
think
go right to
think
sleep.
about watching The Lion King. And that scene when Simba was talking to his dad and the stars and all type of shit. But
Yeah,
just
it's
think
wild
of that
peaceful like that.
scene quiet
For like 4
the
hours,
stars
though.
for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I should add it to my sex routine.
I don't.
This shit took a turn. That shit
Listen,
I was like,
listen,
I
man.
can't really
Listen,
agree
get
with
the
that.
candles. Get the candles, and after you get the fake fire on the TV,
Make
close
sure
the
you
lights.
make sure you had that banana before.
Oh yes.
Make sure you had that banana before.
Cramps.
Okay.
Cramps. Mhm.
Okay.
And it keep you hard longer.
It does. Like you don't get body armor.
The potassium.
Yep. That body armor worked, right? The body armor worked, right?
Oh, the body armor was fire.
Told you.
Body armor.
I told you, son.
The body
I
armor
told
was
you,
fire.
son. Yo,
I don't even
to my
know
niggas
what
out
you're
there,
about.
body armor after sex. You welcome, son.
Body armor.
Why you think that Kobe was such a beast?
Really?
Think about it.
Yeah.
Kobe drops, his last game.
I was
Kobe
gonna say
dropped,
when,
he
but-
dropped his last game, Kobe?
The last time we talked about it. Then right after, I went and got the body armor.
It's top
Look,
tier.
Kobe
A nigga
top.
be thirsty.
Like,
yeah.
How much points did Kobe
Artists.
drop in his last
Niggas be
game?
thirsty.
Like 60 something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Body armor, B. That's it. Because that's Kobe joint, though, son.
Yeah.
Body armor, CMOS.
Ooh! The deadly combination, B.
Yeah.
Dang.
What?
Are you right?
Could get you right, B.
Wow. Okay.
And I take maca powder. It's
What I do?
that's for energy.
Macaroon. Yeah.
That macaroon is different, B.
Yeah.
You gotta eat like that. You gotta drink it by yourself, B.
Yeah.
Because that will make you different, B. Different. You fight goblins.
Beast, bro.
You will be fighting goblins.
Okay. Well,
You guys excited for Revolution?
No.
so
You know what?
you
I
actually
said
wait.
last night-
Why? That would have not. I was not expecting that.
Because it's not pumping you up, dogs. I didn't see the highlight videos. They make no promo videos yet for that crap. They usually do by now. Come on. My son Darby Allin's wrestling on Friday, son. Come on. It's ready.
That's
to
what it is. You're upset because Darby Allin isn't on the pay per
Ain't no
view.
pay-per-view.
Okay.
That's my guy. That's my
That's
guy.
why I was sitting here
That's
like,
my guy. That's why. Like, I love Darby
something's
Allin.
different, and why you said no so fast. Right? I was not expecting that.
Rampage's gonna be fired this Friday.
Not gonna hold you.
Now that MJF CM Punk said
Told y'all. I told y'all.
was probably for me the best.
We were
segment I've seen
sitting
on
there,
AEW.
and he was like, "Oh my!" He fucking
I was like,
popped.
low key.
Told
I'm
y'all.
watching this.
I
shit,
couldn't even. But
and
I
I'm
was
sitting here
playing
like,
on
yo,
the Switch.
MJF really upset. Like he really upset. Like really like. CM Punk really hurt him back in the day. And then he fucking low blowed him. I was like, oh,
Told
shit.
y'all.
And then he took the shirt
Yo,
off.
they-
The shirt
Yo.
underneath
The
it.
With the picture?
suit.
Yo, I
Son.
said, yo.
Then after he wiped the blood on it like this.
That was some
kept the
Braveheart
shirt.
shit.
Like, I said,
That was some Braveheart
come home,
shit.
MJF. You be perfect in WWE. Come home.
Done.
Nah,
That's
it was
straight out
really,
of
it was-
WWE
It was
playbook.
really,
He
it was
kept the
real.
shirt to slap Wolo. Oh, come
I
on.
love
Come
that.
on.
I'm
And
tired
they
of them
slapped the
making
shit
that
out of
nigga look
Wardlow.
pussy.
Ooh, I can't wait for
And they
Wolo
got
to
Sean
I can't
Smith.
wait to
They
see- I
got
can't
Sean
wait
Smith
to
out
see
here
it.
looking like a whole crackhead, and I don't like it at all.
Oversized suit.
He's like, ooh.
He came out, and I was just like, "Is this nigga on crack?"
And then this nigga started giggling and shit. And I'm like, what are you laughing for? It's like, this nigga looks like a fucking crackhead.
Yeah, because he runs
It
on his
makes me
toes. He's like a
upset.
cartoon character.
It makes me so upset. Right. Like his gestures and shit creeps me the fuck out. Wait, and I got one better for y'all. Yo, they was doing the was it the tag team? Was it a gauntlet? What the
Yeah,
fuck was
That
it?
was fine. That was fine.
The gauntlet. I'm actually glad that Top Flight, the nigga from his brother came back. That was dope.
No, they really put him over.
But yeah, because they was the last, so I thought that was dope. But this nigga here, y'all nigga,
What happened?
fucking Dark Order's number 10 comes
Yo,
out.
he mad brolic,
He
son.
fucking popped. I'm like,
Oh, shit, it's 10.
Yo, he nice.
Yo,
Yo, Ted is nice.
yo,
though,
what
son.
I tell you though,
Y'all don't
that
blame
was
him.
the hardest pop I've seen for him on AEW
Nah,
shit.
Ted is nice though.
I said, you wait until tomorrow.
But it's only because I had saw a meme of him when he was in WWE.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it was a meme of him. I forgot what the meme was, but it was something like, "Oh, look, it's 10" when he was in WWE. Some shit like that. So when he came out, I was like, "Oh shit, it's 10!" Like it was hilarious.
Yo, I could
some
not.
of them are actually really nice. It's just that. So this is my thing with AEW. I love it because about 40% of the roster would not make it in WWE.
Yes.
Like legitimately, it's a chance to have a wrestling career and not work for a handshake and a hot dog. That's one of the beauties about it. I'll have all my issues with it, but at the end of the day, niggas is eating. And certain people have actual legit contracts, like 10. I don't know how long 10 gonna last, because I think that's Cody's man's.
Yeah.
Because I think he was on. It's 10, right? 10 the Mrblacc nigga, right?
Yeah. It's the nigga that has
With the mask.
10 on his
but
chest.
he's Cody's like main man. For real?
Oh, wait, he was on the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
I don't know how long he gonna last.
Because you know what? He didn't have no mask on, so that's
Yeah.
what just threw me off. Oh,
How you look
shit.
regular?
It was easy as a
Nigga,
great-
watch the show.
It was like a.
He like a. I'm not
No,
gonna go there.
it was like a football player, like the captain of a football team.
He looks like
A
he was
jock.
like a frat brother
Oh,
like
like a tight end.
Cody's.
That's a fact. That's a good
Yeah,
way
he
to
looks
put
like a
it.
real jock. He has a great look and everything. Like he's like a typical like.
Oh, a tight end.
Yeah, like a tight end.
Okay.
He look very. He don't got no facial hair, but he has like.
No, yeah, he
clean
didn't have
cut,
any facial
tight end.
hair.
Bald.
Great.
I think he's
I just,
bald.
oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm so mad that I connected that to his
Yeah.
bald. I was like, oh shit.
If I
He maybe had a short
he had a
haircut.
short hair.
Yeah, like
But he was.
Nike.
He's like it's him, QT Marshall, and like Cody. who
and
like,
Ricky Starks.
Yeah, who
the
like-
four of them close as fuck.
Yeah, they're like really cool and shit.
Wow.
But, like-
Because he was helping out in the Nightmare Factory. He was like, I think one of the trainers or something like that too.
Low key, and nobody talks about it. Cody put mad niggas on.
Absolutely.
You did.
Like
That
he put
nigga-
mad
that nigga-
people on.
Laid out the red carpet. I'm sorry, I'm looking for gum. That nigga pulled out the red carpet for any and every person that
So,
went through.
What about the
Nightmare Factory.
comment
Thank
where
you.
that they said that when Big Swole said that how that Cody was a real ally for the black women?
Cause he was, and you know, it's known that
His wife's black.
yeah.
Like-
I was trying to go around
No,
it,
you couldn't. You can't.
but it's like
Because low
this.
key, everybody else outside your mama, because your mama was really nice in the show, really, and Dustin. Outside of that, everybody low key, you like racist in his family. So
Cause the show really pointed it out.
yeah,
The racism in that family.
Yeah.
I gotta watch
And-
this show.
Cause
It
the
was
thing
so
about
good.
it, it's what they talk about, like when it comes to like racism.
It's like type. It's
it was
like
microaggressions.
It's like the thin rope.
Have you seen it?
Nah, I didn't watch it. That was her show.
Yeah, every time I watch, he checked out.
It will have you check out, but the thing about it, I really like Cody and Brandy.
Yeah,
And I can't stand Brandy, but I love Brandy
Right.
because Loki should be getting mad shit. Like I be wanting to go up, but
like she be trying.
she like she's
and wants to be involved and she really wanted
She
to
works
work
hard.
So
for
let me
the
ask you a
for the
question,
Rhodes name
but-
and
This is how I question like this is how I see Brandy
Oof.
Rose, right? Is yo, you in put in these positions that is no training how to do this shit. There's
That's true.
nobody before you who's showing you how to do this. And a lot of people are criticizing her, that people look like her. Are you in this fucking room with me? No, you're not. All you do, like the one thing that, like, no, I'm gonna call each other out because everybody said we can't do certain shit Black History Month. It's not Black History Month.
But
now
it is-
Get our niggas'
it
asses
is
though,
Women's
son.
History Month, though.
Yo, we need to stop throwing away our people, son. And whatever you may say about Brandy Rose, though, she's fighting for us in her way that she thinks she's doing it. God put her in this lane. Yo, there's no guidelines to that. This is the Brandy Rose lane. Let me go to the local library and check it out. There's nothing.
no, and you're 100% right because Red Velvet,
Come on,
Jade,
son.
like she
You interview Red Velvet.
she helped them. She helped them out in whatever capacity they do. She didn't have to put them on the show.
Right.
yeah.
And you know what? Granted, she be saying shit on her promos, and we know that ain't you, Brandy. But at the same time, she
It's a character. Fuck
she-
it.
listen, she ain't got no culture to go to. It's this is it for Brandy. Brandy's like, I made this money. I got my husband that look good.
Exactly.
This shit is not easy. I'm gonna live my life.
I'm gonna chill the fuck
And
out.
let's be real here. When it comes to wrestling culture, especially us black people, you got to be a certain type of way for us to accept you. Let's be real.
I'll
here.
give you that is true.
Like, for example, I'm gonna say right here and then, right? Just because I'm the way I am, son, I'm not accepted right away. My brother is automatically.
Nigga, no, I'm not. Half these niggas hate
I
niggas.
think he's saying he's not accepting in certain places that you are because of your temperament.
But the thing about
Sucking.
it, I'll give you this even more. I'll push back
Let's
on
talk
this.
about
even
this. Yeah.
I'll push back on this. When we started, we weren't accepted into the community.
Correct.
We
At
wasn't.
all.
We wasn't. No.
At all.
No.
Because we didn't move a certain type of way.
No.
Even though all three of us are very much different and alike at the same
Yeah,
time,
yeah, yeah.
which is why we work, because the difference is one thing, but the likeness is what keeps us together.
Right.
It wasn't fully accepted. We're heavy New Yorkers,
Yeah.
but then we're not New Yorkers from far Rockaway.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's just gutter.
The gutter. We
Correct.
ain't for them gutter.
So you know what I mean? So it's that, and it's like with Brandy, she gets a lot of heat because she looks like a Barbie doll. She's absolutely stunning, and it's like she says certain things, and it's from her perspective.
Right.
Granted, sometimes you need to say shit.
That's half these women
But
on these podcasts do the same thing.
But actually,
too.
no. But that's actually, I'm even gonna take that a step further. It really is across the board. There's
Okay.
just certain things like it goes back to not everything that is understood must be talked about or explained. And it's just like certain things you don't have to always say. Like, granted, you have this platform, but you have to also be strategic on how you use the platform that you have. You can't be out here. Granted, we're not gonna censor ourselves because we are who we are. But we also, I think, as time has grown, we've also been mindful of certain things so that certain opportunities could either take not only us further, but everybody involved further. So I think it's just, when you're yourself, nobody can tell you who you are. And I think that sometimes, especially even in wrestling, you have all these people where they're saying this gimmick is for you. Like think of Roman. Roman is probably one of the best examples where they put him in this box of Samoan land automatically, and he was gonna be, the top guy. He was gonna be it, period, because of his family, his background, all that other stuff. And a lot of the promos in the beginning, and I will admit, because y'all know I'm not the biggest Roman fan. In the beginning, the promos never hit because it didn't feel natural, didn't feel like him. It felt like they gave him a script, which is, once again, okay, but you're reading it word for word, and there's no emotion, there's no feeling into it. Compared to now, where with this nigga this past Friday on SmackDown, I said that was the very first time where I was tuned in. This nigga said, "Oh, this is mine." The niggas that work right there, they talking about me.
This is mine.
That cameraman, that's for me. Dumb guys in the ring, the security, they for me. Like, I was just like, holy shit.
Look what you said.
Like,
it took a while for Roman to become Roman.
But
who
it
knows?
also took them to give him that space for him to be himself.
Brandy Road, right? How long has she had time to really develop a character on screen? Not that long. Roman, who knows, like, Roman has a community he could go to. He could go back to his island Samoa, call The Rock. You feel me? He could
Why would he go back to the island?
He going to Florida,
What?
bro.
Why he going back to the island?
to go back to, like, the sense of ground himself.
Oh, I guess.
You feel me?
Okay,
Like,
He also part white, too.
who, Roman?
Yeah, his mama.
His mom like German or something.
Straight.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, like, you go back to Germany. I don't know what he does, but I'm talking about the
Now
sense
you done
of
threw him in the
where
loop.
is his most roots at? That's on the small island. He could call The Rock, "Hey, Rocky, how can you do this, that, third?" He could call a Rakishi. You understand? His whole family's in this. So he has a support system he could always go back to and stay grounded. Brandy Road, who are the black families in wrestling? There's not a lot. And if they are, a lot of them have not achieved the heights of a Cody Rhodes and his family or having that kind of money. So 9 out of 10 times, you're looking around looking like, yo, I'm trying to get comfort, but yet I feel like I'm bragging because you're not on my level. You feel me?
Right.
There's not that much black people in here. And us, you're probably looking at the computer, go on Twitter, and then you see like 300 these girls hating on them. It might be a Janelle and a Stephanie Hardy give her encouraging words. But all you've been seeing just negativity. You looking like, dang, son, when you saying something nice, you miss it. This is why I go back to what I said in the beginning. Yo, when it comes to this wrestling shit, though, son, we can't throw away our own. We can't. Oh, she didn't move the way I like to move. So what if I told you when you was a certain age that you can't move a certain exact way? Nobody stop you from being that gothic girl. Nobody. People let you, or you come to your own to realize that. So all I'm saying is this. When it comes to us, all this canceling, throw him away, nah. Real talk, let's break that generational curse and learn to like start throwing ourselves away and lift each other and say, yo, King, I got you, man. That's one thing that Kanye West documentary told me that, yo, at the end of the day, we need the most hugs. We need the extra kids. We need the hug, son. So I'm no longer even talking about Brandy Rhodes. Every time I talk to her, it'd be a sense of I'm seeing uplifting energy, all of that. Because she will be on a Jobbertears.
But the thing is, you call somebody out when they do stupid shit, because she had said certain things that was unnecessary, and especially during a time that was. Granted, she has her own experiences. Okay. Granted, she gone through her own things, and you have to respect that. But sometimes, shut the fuck up. It's not the right time to say it. And she knows when she fucked up on one time.
Of course.
It was during a time that things were really messed up for our people. We saw the George Floyd situation, and she wanted to comment about not getting along with certain people. No. There's not the time for that.
I mean, you also it's just
and this is why she's
not
more
common
like
sense, but like it's just more about like read the room, like know your audience and know and knowing that. Then
that case self love too, dogs. You know that.
What?
Having self-awareness is basically working on yourself.
Well, yeah, that's an encouraging thing. But then that's why you have to pick and choose what battles you're gonna go against and what battles you're gonna do. Because like if you're not secure with yourself, and if you can't handle whether it's gonna be negative or positive, then that's not gonna be the battle for you. That's not your weight. That's not what you're gonna do. But if you're gonna sit here and put the cape of I'm gonna bring diversity somewhere,
stupid dogs,
then you gotta come correct with that. You gotta be able to take the good and the bad and the ugly and the beautiful. Like you gotta do all that. Just like when we started the podcast, we was like, yo, whatever comes our way, it's just gonna be what it is. We didn't have to at that time. We didn't have to do anything but just talk wrestling and walk out. And we made the conscious decision to be like, you know what, that's not enough. And that's not, and it goes to when you talk about breaking, generational curses and things like that. And then, fast forward to now, like it's worth it because you hear other, podcasts, you hear other people wrestling in media just being like, yo, I started this or I did this because I saw you guys do it and stuck it out, no matter how hard or how terrible things would have gotten. So if it's not, and once again, the journey may not be for you, and that's okay too. Like you don't have to always feel like you got to save the world, but if you gonna put on that cape, you got to take what comes with that. Speaking of capes, we're gonna go see Batman later.
Today?
Yeah.
Actually.
We'll see but let's talk before we get into predicting.
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Batman.
Friday?
Batman comes out tomorrow.
I'm thinking that today's Friday.
Oh, no. Good morning. Yeah. Today's Thursday.
Today's Thursday, so...
They have Thursday showings. Anytime, any movie that debuts on a Friday...
I don't like being around the debut because I don't like
being around
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
They always going to have showings the day before.
Like
that's why I typically, I don't go on the day it releases. I'll do the night before. I'll do the day before.
It be crowded?
Depends, yeah.
Depends on where you go.
Yeah, it depends on where you go.
See, I like that crowd because I'm kind of like the guy who talks to movie theaters a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But that's everybody. That's
I don't oldie talk.
Especially, oh my god, especially not I guess Marvel, all the DC, all the comic shit. That's the. Doesn't matter when you go. That's there's gonna be somebody else that's like you that's gonna want to talk about or be over dramatic about what the fuck's going on.
Any of those big blockbusters is mad people there yelling and screaming.
Yeah,
anything that has like a fan, like what do you call it, fandom?
Yeah.
Like when we went to go see Spider-Man in Atlanta, yo, I told him I was like, I hate going to the movies with fans because they over dramatic. It's too much for me. Yeah. But you had niggas. I forgot what part of the movie it was, but them niggas, everybody in the movie theater started clapping, and I was just like, niggas.
It was when Daredevil came out. Niggas just started wilding. Niggas was like, oh shit.
So I was like, come on.
I mean, certain time, like the time I saw Transformers opening weekend. Yeah. That was cool. The first one when Optimus Prime came out. Yeah, Optimus. It was cool. Yeah. Or Get Out. The scene where the cop came at the very end.
Yeah.
The
everybody clapped. Yeah.
No. When the cop came, everyone was just like, "Oh, are you serious?"
Yeah.
But when Rel came,
the
arena pop. Yeah.
But that's why, even though sometimes
it was like that, yeah.
That's why, sometimes I'm with you where, for me, sometimes I'd rather go to the movies by myself and have that me time. So I'm with you on that where I'd rather it be just me and two other people in the movie theater. Yeah. But in those type of like atmospheres, it's kind of it is a little better when you have it with people because they'll react the same way as you, and you won't feel odd that you fucking reacted that way. So doing that might be the way to
What
go.
about you,
Like we both.
I went
refused
with a vanilla queenacy Get Out, and I was sat there and I was kept on looking
Wait,
at her.
you went really?
Yes.
Who?
It was a while ago. It was my homegrown. I was like, let's go see Get Out. She's like, okay, no problem. And she's
What?
like, oh wow, this movie's about. I was like, yeah. You want to know what the Easter eggs about? Oh yes, they used to hunt black bodies.
Anyway, let's
Get
talk
out,
about.
mad Easter eggs though, B. Mad Easter eggs. Like niggas broke that movie for like 4 years, B.
Yeah, there was a lot of shit in that.
Jesus Christ.
And it
But all
came to
right,
Lovecraft
what else
Country.
this week in wrestling before we do get into our AEW Revolution predictions and all
Yo.
that jazz?
Nia Jax be wilding on Twitter.
Yo,
She gives zero fucks
What
from what I heard.
at all.
She was just like, it was something about the Ukraine situation.
Wow.
And she was just like, yo, y'all mad about this, but y'all lost y'all freedom for 2 years because y'all
years.
had to wear masks.
I didn't want.
Yo, I'm like, yo, why is she like
Yo,
this?
did you see the governor of Florida wild out on them college kids?
What did he do?
Yo, if you there's a
Because they had masks on.
they had masks on.
He
So
wilded out on them 'cause they had
he
masks.
bugged the fuck out, which I thought was just really unprofessional and insensitive as fuck. But the governor of Florida, which everybody knows is a red state, everybody knows that they've definitely been on that type of time of like COVID who. But he was
COVID what?
speaking at I think the University of South Florida, and he was coming to the podium. He was shaking the students' hands, but then he was just like, "This is crazy. Why take off your mask? Like this COVID theater shit is just unnecessary. Like
COVID theater?
Yeah." And then it's like
Niggas
two
play-
it's like two white kids and two black they're all dudes. It's like two black kids, two white guys, and then they all look at each other confused and like, all right, I guess we might as well since he just yelled at us. Like it's so wild
I mean, you know
when he
wild?
did that.
Kyrie still can't play.
He's about to.
They were
Can't.
just talking about. They were just talking about that too.
Wait,
He
can
can't
he?
play.
He
Stephen
can't play.
Stephen A. was just like, yo,
Can't play.
Why?
They should have let him play because the rule doesn't make sense that players from other teams
Yeah.
that are not vaccinated can still play, but he can't play.
Wait, how does that
Yeah.
even
He
work?
still can't play.
Players that come from other teams from other states
Could play.
don't follow the same vaccine rules
Yeah.
in New York.
Yeah, because they
But
don't work in
he
New York.
does. He
'Cause-
has to follow them.
Yeah,
They won't
because
let
he
him
works
play.
in New York.
Right.
Yeah.
So if
Oh, that's just like if somebody comes in town. Well, no.
No.
I work for a restaurant, so no, never mind.
Oh, it's stupid.
Wait, so how come he can't play? Because they're about the
can't
vax
But
stuff
he
is coming
can't
down.
play. He
But
could be in the building.
Yeah. Like the max
why he
mandate
can't
is only
play?
for like you go to gyms and restaurant entertainment purposes. But the max mandate is still like it's still uphold for jobs.
No, but the what I'm saying is the requirement for vaccination that's expiring on Monday.
No, that's for
Entertainment.
for jobs. You
It's
still need a
on.
vaccine.
Yeah. And he works
Oh,
in New
so like
York.
as an employee, he still
Yes.
can't.
So
Oh,
that's
bendito.
Yeah.
what he's saying is like somebody can come into the arena like
But they don't work for New York.
because they don't work for New York. But
Yeah.
as a mandate, you work for you have to be vaccinated.
So if you like Kyrie does it, it's got like everyone else.
So he
does
can
it.
still play only away games.
Yes. So this is why Ben Simmons is important. You know, this is why Dragic is important.
But that's why that deal was already better for Brooklyn than it ever was for Philly.
Right.
Yeah,
But
so-
that's neither here nor there. What else happened this week in wrestling? I'm trying to think. Raw was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, Raw was all right.
Raw
We
was-
stood
Raw
up.
was
Raw
good.
was
It was
solid.
good. It opened up with the KO show, which I thought was dope. And I love Chad Gable. Like
Chad Gable was over.
this nigga here with the shush t-shirt and a thank you. Yo, I was so mad.
She's
She's like, they should have a thank you shirt.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
was
it's
yo
on
because
his
I
shirt.
love Chad Gable. So I was like, a thank you is way more
Like-
funnier than shush.
Like, I don't understand how that he's not Kurt Angle's son and Jason Jordan is.
Well,
Because
because
Jason
Kurt,
Jordan looked like
because
fucking
Kurt definitely likes chocolate.
and he likes black women. So that
So-
wasn't
Who?
out. Kurt
Kurt.
Angle.
Jason
How do you
Jordan.
know? How you know you like black women?
Did you
'Cause
not
that's all
remember
he
that was
did.
the
That's
shit
all
that
he
got
did.
him all
Low-key,
crazy
yeah.
and almost caught a whole case? It was a
Low
black
key,
chick.
That's
Impact,
all
yeah.
he was dating for like the
Before he
longest
met his
time.
current wife, he was definitely fucking with a whole black chick.
Black
and them
chick.
niggas almost got like arrested and shit because they was doing
Yeah.
drugs, all type of crazy shit.
Oh,
You didn't remember that?
Nah, definitely is.
That was like right after he finished like TNA type shit, and then he started fucking with this black chick,
Yeah.
and they were toxic as fuck.
That's why that made perfect sense.
I forgot he was.
And
Yeah.
they look alike.
Yeah, they
Somebody
look
had said they don't look alike. I'm like,
Who? Jason.
Kurt Angle and Jason Jordan.
They do.
They look alike.
They're both brolic.
They fake, but they got facial expressions. They
Yeah.
look alike.
I wanted Jason Jordan to have a career.
Me
Yeah.
too.
He was next up.
He was. He
Yo,
was nice.
can we talk about how what you call it? Drake Maverick
Got a
is
job.
like the continuing is the
He's a meme now.
yo, but it's just
He's a JTG of the modern era.
hilarious. Like
He can keep a job.
he can keep a job, okay?
But that shows his value.
He said
Right.
I'm always gonna be good. Period. Once again NXT 2.0.
Yo, I really like Ziggler being down at NXT.
Yo,
I'm
I think it low key is bringing up the best. I think of Ciampa and Braun Breaker, just having them down there,
Yes.
and the fact that that fucking Braun and Ciampa were dressed the same.
Yeah, that was fun.
I said we watched the clip on the way here. We was like, "What the fuck going on?" I said they look like Steiner brothers. This is wild. I don't like this, but I do. It's weird.
I see what you did there.
Niggas
Thank
was
you.
getting fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Uso's brother lost to Walter.
That was a good match.
It was
That
a
was
good-
a good match.
yeah.
I enjoyed that. It was what we expected. Hard hitting. Niggas was fucking each other up.
Yo, NXT 2.0 is fire.
Thank you.
It's good. Like I don't care what anyone says. It's just
Thank you.
that's why I tell people, if you like the Ruthless Aggression era, watch 2.0. Because the matches are entertaining. The matches are in your face. It is loud.
Nah, I've been
it grabs
telling-
your attention.
It hasn't caught me yet.
It hasn't caught me. The only reason why I watch
you know what it is? I think it only really hits live, and you record on Tuesdays, so you don't really get to watch it.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
think I like it because it's because of Ziggy.
Yeah.
Really?
I like seeing. The thing about I like crossover shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been a nerd for crossover shit.
yeah.
Even when Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles
yeah,
met,
yeah,
that shit was
yeah.
trash.
Rider.
But I was
That shit
I was a
hard.
fan of it.
That shit was hard.
That
but
shit
it
was hard, but it
trash.
was trash.
The best one was Forever Red though, son. When all the Red Rangers came together and fought on the moon, son.
I like crossover shit.
The
So
hardest shit was Hercules and Xena, low key.
Yeah!
That shit was hard.
And
When
they had the
that
cartoon.
shit happened,
They had the
when
cartoon
that shit
too.
happened, niggas
Yeah.
was,
Hercules and Xena?
when did you see a crossover like
Come
that?
on, B.
I fucking
On
love
TV?
Kevin Sorbo.
Like,
Dang,
yo,
son.
that shit was
Absolutely.
hard.
that
Niggas
shit, the shit was good stuff. I like crossover. So when I
Yeah.
see Raw people or SmackDown people on NXT, I'm like, yo, now we working. Now we
It's
working.
fire though.
AJ Styles accepting Edge's challenge.
Then he got killed.
and he got smoked.
How wild
Concertos.
is that?
I mean, who else gonna be him? Who else?
Cody Rhodes.
Shut up. He said that. I was like, no.
It'd be funny if Cody pops up though and said, I want a triple threat.
Listen,
I would
talk
be
about
so
it. That's,
But what
listen,
song's coming out to?
Dread? I really hope it's not. I know it's not, but damn.
I want
He owns that song?
It's an actual song.
But you think he probably can get it?
He'll probably get it. Yeah.
You know how much his contract's gonna be?
I don't even want to know.
It's upwards of $5 million.
Really? That's definitely up there with Roman.
He's getting paid. It's like it's either
That's
it's
definitely
between 3 and 5. They're tossing.
That's Roman. That's Seth level.
Suppose they're throwing the bag at him.
Well, I mean, to have the former EVP of AEW join your roster,
The one thing
you're
WWE
gonna have to throw the bag.
the one thing WWE
You're gonna have to do that.
is they pay you well.
My thing is this way. I'm gonna treat him like an AJ, or I'm gonna treat him like Bret Hart.
Honestly speaking, AJ. Wait, did you mean AJ in a good way or a bad way?
Good way.
Good way.
Okay, 'cause I
I'm
was
gonna
like-
treat him like WCW Bret Hart, because
Well, WCW Bret Hart, half that's on Bret, half that is on William Goldberg. So
no, William Burnworth came out after. That was years later. But I'm talking about, are they gonna put him in dumb storylines and say this is him when they need him?
No,
on?
but the thing is,
No, I don't think so.
So when your value is that high as where he's at, you can negotiate shit. Because remember, before AEW came around, the Bucks and Kenny were about to get the bag.
and creative control. Too.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
creative control.
and they were like, "No, we're good."
To be honest, they low key said why they went to AEW. Because I don't know if you saw the picture that they posted and Kevin Nash like responded underneath. So there's a picture that they posted on Instagram, and they're standing in front of the WWE.
Guarantee money, less
building.
dates.
And then Kevin was like, everybody wants to play for the Yankees. And then because saying WWE is the Yankees, and then the Bucks were like, yeah, but I can play for the Boston Red Sox, same money but less days.
games,
Yeah.
Less games type of shit.
Yep.
He said, and then Kevin Nash was like, "Oh, you learning, Grasshopper," and then the Bucks
like,
go,
"Yeah,
"We learn from the best." Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, if they got less days in WWE, they don't have came over. WWE pays you fucking well, cause Strickland said it.
Yeah.
Shane Strickland said it. He was like, "I made a ton of money in WWE, so I'm taking my time. I don't need money." That's what niggas these, cause when you think about it, these niggas be sitting at home making either if you're an NXT person and like you got burned, you're making up close to 6 figures or over 6 figures. Now you're coming from making $30,000 a year. Now you're making 90 to like over 100K,
yeah.
and there's no state tax in Florida. None. So you're making close to what you were supposed to be getting. So you know what I mean? So it's like these niggas don't be complaining about money. Now it's about the art. Now this is strictly about the art.
Yeah, and what you can do versus what you couldn't do, what you wanted to do versus what
Like,
they were making you do.
If you need to pay your mortgage, you do like 2 indie events. All right, my mortgage is paid. And I'm
But
going back
remember,
home.
that's what Suge was talking about. I think right now, low key, it can be the golden era of indies, and I say that because there's a lot of value in when you controlling your own. Like, honestly speaking, that whole control your narrative shit, low key is smart, because it's like,
But they said how that it's on a anti-left channel.
listen,
Nigga, of course it is. You see
look
who's
who's on.
involved?
So say,
I
but
love EC3.
the pieces in that, and I'll tell y'all something after off air, because now it makes so much more sense. But while we do have a few more minutes, let's talk about those that are in the tri-state area. Make sure to come out this Sunday, AEW Revolution, their first pay-per-view. If you are in Orlando, they are doing Rampage Live. They're doing a fan fest featuring
That's pretty cool.
Montezi, who did our podcast theme song, and amongst other
Thank you, Montes.
amongst other artists that were working on.
There's actually a video just explaining why each song is valuable. I'm singing, guys.
Okay.
Shout out to Will Hobbs just because.
Oh,
So-
of course. Listen, that frame of him and Keith Lee, I said, oh God.
And they need to fight for
I would have never. I was like, oh, I didn't think this could
Ain't
be
to
a
fight
thing,
forever.
but hello. So yeah, if you once again are in the tri-state area, you can come out to Legends. You can RSVP. Make sure to arrive early, because it actually does fill up for AEW pay-per-views, which is a blessing. But people do come out, so make sure to come
I
early.
want to pay $60. Yeah. Sorry.
But if niggas was, never mind.
Niggas want to pay $60.
If
They
niggas
say
are
pay
smart,
$20.
split that shit.
Yeah, and get wings.
So hold on while I look up. Oh, so when you asked a question of like, are you guys excited about Revolution? I kind of was up until last night's
What?
tag team match with Britt and her girl versus Mercedes and Thunder Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Thunder Rosa won, I said, oh fuck.
Oh, she lost. She's losing Sunday.
Yeah.
I bet.
But in that moment, I said, fuck. There's no point in
you
fucking
pinned
with
the champ. The episode before the pay-per-view.
me. Done.
And a clean.
Clean. It was
Not
1, 2,
winning.
3.
So you're not winning. And I bet Alex, who I do unsanctioned with, I bet her $70 t-shirt. I said, pick a t-shirt. You want Savio Vega? I'll get you a Savio Vega t-shirt. Because Shorty ain't winning.
That should, but that's
Thunder Rosa's not winning.
But that's where I checked out. At that moment, I said, first of all, 2 weeks ago, these two were fighting. Now they're tag team partners, which is cool. But I was just like, all right, I'll give it still a shot.
Britt Baker is everything people said Roman was.
Yeah.
Britt Baker is who she. I'm not talking about Roman now. I'm talking about
Roman back
big
then.
dogs Roman.
But the thing about it is, this is how you create dominant teams. Because I see it as she's the Warriors right now, where young, hot, and she has her own way of doing it. Where like after this, there will be many people up and coming indie trying to imitate her style.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa is the Spurs, meaning that she can take a few losses, but when she wins, she's gonna win.
It's gonna mean a lot. But
Exactly.
But sometimes you wait so long.
Now no one's interested in that ending.
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman or Adam Page.
And we'll get into that. So, all right, they have the buy-in, which I believe is free.
This nigga looks stressed.
You keep playing my champion, son.
He ain't my champion.
Dang, son. Yo, don't play my champion like that.
He
son.
ain't mine.
Dang, that's my champion, son.
You know what I think? I think he just hasn't had, outside of the Daniel Bryan feud, which honestly could have went a little longer. But outside of that, the whole Lance Archer thing, I checked out.
Yeah.
Now Adam, Adam versus Adam. I'm like, for me, it's a little rushed, but it could build to something else and something deeper, and that's just how they roll.
But
so
that's still my champion.
Okay,
It seems like they're building storylines in AEW now a little bit.
but like we mentioned before, they're very selective.
Yeah.
It depends on who. But all right, the buy-in, which is free on YouTube.
Hold on. This nigga Vince is wilding.
Wait,
I love when niggas get old. They don't care.
Is this shit about what he just interviewed? I don't want to hear it.
No, this has to be said. Cover your ears.
How, nigga? This shit is in my ear.
Vince McMahon says anybody can wrestle poorly or well, and that being a WWE superstar sounds better than being a professional wrestler.
Oh shit!
Ooh. That's a bar.
Oh shit!
Did Vince just put his dick on the table and was like,
said, well,
"Let a nigga try me,
we're called superstars,
try me"?
Because anybody can fucking wrestle, nigga. But to be a WWE
but
superstar,
that thing about
It's not invalid. It's not
Nah,
invalid.
think about that
Different
bar.
tier.
It's like this: anybody can rap,
right?
but is anybody a superstar?
Correct.
A rap superstar?
And might play football, but who play for NFL?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it.
he just said WWE is the pinnacle, my niggas.
He said WWE is the NFL. It is the MLB. It is the motherfucking MLS.
But
It's all of
listen,
that
when
shit.
you the fucking owner of the company, that's the type of time you need to be on. The fuck?
But that needed to be said.
But Vince is, but I'm gonna give Tony this. I'm gonna give Tony this buzz. Vince is following Tony because Tony did podcasts. Tony did appearances.
Yeah.
The only time Vince ever stepped out was when niggas were trying to sue him.
It had to cut and had to do media.
Podcast.
Yeah, he did
that
it
was the once.
That one time.
That one time.
And he owed Stone Cold.
Right.
Nigga, you made me a billionaire.
I got all the time in the world for you. All right, so the buy-in once again this Sunday. It is free on YouTube before the main event, before the pay-per-view does start. So they have Hook versus QT Marshall.
Come on, son.
Hook.
And then you got into it last night with Chris Statlander and Layla Hirsch.
The promo was fire.
You was kind of hooked
The
to that.
promo was fire.
That's match 2?
But those are the kind of like build-ups that shouldn't be on it should be a part of the regular show. And they had, because they've been building it low key, it definitely, I think, should have been on a bigger platform than it being the buy-in. Doesn't mean that pre-show is like where all the jobbers go, but it's just they actually have a decent storyline with the match, so that would have made more sense for the girls. So we have, oh no, your boy Darby is in it. Got Darby Allin, unless they changed it, and that's gonna be on Rampage, but it has it here. Darby Allin, Sting, Sammy Guevara versus.
Oh yeah, that match for the
is it the Hardy Hardy family?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and Andrade and
No, I don't fucking know. Your boy is
Idolo.
Okay. So Revolution about to be fire.
This nigga tuned back in right now. John Moxley versus Daniel Bryan.
That's gonna be a good match.
That'd be a good match.
So wait. Back up. So who's winning that match? The Tornado Trios match.
It's gonna be your boy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
They're
next
not gonna have Sting. Sting
not
probably do.
losing.
Steve probably take the pin. He probably make the pin.
I think Moxley wins this
Why?
because this is his first big win since back, and Daniel Bryan could eat it. I think that's more
I think
like
he's doing it still fuck with Daniel Bryan.
like I
afterwards.
think that
don't
it might
think
just
really
be
means
for the
anything.
storyline purposes.
Okay. What do you think, Sir Wilkins? Moxley or Bryan?
Moxley.
Really?
Well, I think it's because it's either Moxley wins or like Daniel wins because he makes Moxley bleed.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a blood feud.
Yeah.
Because he kept saying that I need some niggas to bleed before I can become your man.
Right.
We have the TBS Championship, Jade versus Tay Conti.
Jay not losing.
Jay's not losing to Tay Conti trash.
Yeah.
Okay. We have the Face of the Revolution ladder match. I do believe the winner receives a TNT title. I'm shocked.
Who's in that?
You got it's a whole bunch
Oh,
of
the
big
big
niggas.
Right.
You got
The big
Keith
nigga
Lee
ladder
versus
match.
Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks versus Orange Cassidy and one other person that I think it could be a part of that buy-in or a part of Rampage.
Optics look crazy.
Optics is wild.
That shit looks
Like you
crazy.
got three big niggas.
And then they have 2 small niggas
I'm
in there,
interested in
and
that
then they're gonna.
match.
Huh?
I'm interested.
So who's winning?
Keith Lee has to win.
Yeah.
There's no reason for this nigga to be here.
Really?
Keith Lee
He has to win. He has
and
to.
I think he's
Has to
Correct.
and will are very
I think he
different.
will.
No, absolutely.
He has to
I agree with you on that too, but he has to win. He needs that one.
Because the TNT title
Or fucking
is that
Wardlow.
I'm
title,
feeling very Warlord. Yeah,
either
that's
or.
what I'm feeling.
I'll take either or.
But the thing about the TNT title is that title where it's not known for having long reigns. You understand? And each reign is different. So, Keith Lee.
Okay, y'all stand by that. I think either Warlord.
Keith Lee.
Listen, y'all already know.
If it's not gonna be Keith Lee, then Wardlow, and it gotta lead to Wardlow and him having something.
But it got to be
Or worst case, Ricky Starks is that wild card. I don't know. You got Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon versus Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Championship.
Jurassic Express.
Young Bucks.
Red
Jurassic
Dragons.
Express.
I'm going with Red Dragons.
We have the AEW Women's World Championship match with Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa.
Brim Breaker.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston got to win.
Gotta win.
Yeah.
Gotta win.
And if he doesn't,
They gotta
then
give
No,
what?
that's the way they're gonna put him over.
Yeah, they gotta give it. Chris Jericho's good for doing that. So
We got 3 minutes.
I know. We have CM Punk versus MJF in a
MJF.
dog collar match.
sure.
CM Punk.
I say CM Punk.
MJF.
Yeah. Watch
Gotta
out
go
for
for the long
Warlord.
line.
I
Long
see
Island
CM
guy.
Punk. Last but not least, your champion, Hangman Adam Page.
Come on.
Yo, he's gonna be forever now to be your champ.
Yes.
Hangman Adam Page versus the other Adam Cole.
That's the only white man I call champion.
I'm dead.
I think Adam Cole takes it off of him.
Really?
Yes, yeah, the belt got to get off of him.
I don't know.
The belt has to take.
I don't think they'll pull the trigger yet.
That cowboy shit not hitting for me. I ain't gonna hold you.
Niggas reading the
I
stats
say
on
that
the
shit every
streets and
week
saying,
that
nah,
I
it's
watch.
not going.
That cowboy shit.
I
not
actually
hitting
like
for
him.
me.
I like Paige, but they got to take it off.
He might be better
He's a
than.
mid card guy for me.
I think he's a better chaser. I think that's really
100%.
what it is. All right. Once again, thank you to the talented Michael Bostic for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
This episode of the Jobbertears podcast. Please make sure to plug yourself. Go for it.
Listen, y'all already know where I'm from. Y'all can follow me everywhere, _Hill Classic. My single Dangerous is out everywhere on all streaming platforms. So go check that out. Like I said earlier in the show, we got a concert coming up, Raw Zone's 5th anniversary, April 14th on a Thursday night. Come out. The bill is crazy. It's me, Live Johnson, Coney Brooks, Busy B, Yano, a couple of other guys. S-Rock, Sparrow's gonna be there. He's gonna be doing interviews and things like that. So it's gonna be dope, y'all. Just come out, support, check it out. I'll have the ticket link in my Instagram bio. So, or you can hit me up for the tickets.
All right. Thank you so very much for joining us today. Super excited for you and all that's going to come to you off of this project
I
that
appreciate you.
is going to be the end of summer 2022.
Yes.
Once again, make sure to come out RSVP for AEW's Revolution viewing party this Sunday at Legends. Make sure to also, too, right after that, we are also in WrestleMania season. So make sure it is a 2-night extravaganza with the now bonus NXT TakeOver the afternoon of night 1 of WrestleMania. So it's going to be a long wrestling weekend by far. But make sure to RSVP for that once that link is up because it will get crowded and it will get busy at Legends. So we do want everybody to come out, be comfortable, and be supportive. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Star Wilkins and Mrblacc. #Black Excellence. #We are out.
Got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.